Hello. Today I want to talk about self-mastery and why it matters for our marketing. Um, in Enneagram circles, you might have heard the term levels of health or levels of development already. I like those as well, and I also love the idea of self-mastery. There is more power to the word mastery somehow. And I believe that it encompasses three core strands, three core components. One is self-awareness, but we don't stop there. Buenos dias. We also like to become self-compassionate, and then we can regulate better. So self-awareness, self-compassion, and self-regulation are all components of self-mastery, ideally. And these will also define the goals that we set and the goals we pick in life in general and also for our coaching business, obviously. Why does it all matter? Because if we don't know what our strengths are, aka if we lack self-awareness, we won't be noticing where we are over-functioning or under-functioning as per our core type and dominant instinct and repressed instinct, most importantly. Because famously, there are 9 or 27 or even more ways how we might misunderstand who we are and might start efforting and cranking up our very own essential qualities, stuff that we already have but don't quite believe we have or don't have enough of. So because of this fear of lack arising in us, we then start to overdo certain things and neglecting other important things, which in terms of our marketing activities might mean that we are not posting, prospecting, pitching enough, or not doing it confidently, clearly, consistently enough, thanks to this kind of distortion in our personality. The essential qualities of the types that we often forget about if we are of each type, of course, include aliveness, immediacy, and strength. When it comes to type 8s, I'm a type 8 and I like to, it's not true that I like to, it happens. I like to forget about my own core strength, and then I like to overdo it just as a reminder to myself and the world that I still have it, and therefore I am very much alive, and then as a result I might use too much strength and too much energy and just be generally too much in life. So that's an example of efforting and cranking up the essential quality, which wouldn't need cranking up originally if I could stay present consistently. That's what it would look like. For a type 9, it would be around their awareness of how there's already wholeness and unity and enough being, enough peace as well, so they don't need to effort to crank these up in a way. Type 1s are leading with goodness, sacredness, and purity, and when they're more balanced, they don't feel that they lack these things, therefore they need to manufacture them. Type 2s lead with love, sweetness, and nurturing. Type 3s with preciousness, radiance, and value. Type 4s with depth, authenticity, and beauty. Type 5s are famous for illumination, clarity, and wisdom, and knowledge, and being happy to share this with others. Type 6s are really aware and are awake and committed and loyal, and can be trusted and are good at trusting others as well. Type 7s are all about freedom, positivity, and joy, but not in a hyper exaggerated way, but in a more sober, savoring kind of fashion. So these are our essential qualities, and they really make a difference when it comes to our self-mastery and when it comes to us understanding how these things can happen when we feel tired, when we feel triggered. These things, meaning personality, can happen, will happen. We'll try to come to the rescue as it understands it. And then we need self-compassion and we need an active intervention and self-regulate around the misunderstanding that is arising from our ego in those moments. So the same can happen with instinct, because the same can and will happen with our dominant instincts flaring up and taking over or wanting to, and preventing that we post, prospect, or pitch right and or enough as per what our dominant instincts main focus is. So for example, self-preservation types might forget to post enough, might forget to show up enough, because the natural thing for them isn't to be peacocking around and showing their feathers and trying to seduce or secure a mate originally, as is the case with the sexual instinct, for example, which is typically quite good at posting and sharing content, but might struggle more with other levels of the equation, such as actually listening and actually having two-way dialogues with people and listening more carefully to an audience, and then also pitching an actual paid service when it feels right. So our instinct will define how we distort our marketing as well, and it's very well worth being aware of who we are, not just when we create the niche, but also when we look into our mindset issues as per our type and dominant instinct as well as repressed. So if you're curious about finding out more, check out my type and instinct handbooks in the show notes. Check out my Substack channel where I write more about these topics, as well as marketing and niching in general. And sign up for a type and instinct and niche exploration, where we can check what your specific type is if you don't know it yet, what your dominant instinct, what your repressed instinct might be, how knowing all this could be useful in helping you create a sustainable and aligned niche that will feel easy and more aligned to market than you might be doing currently. Lovely seeing you today, and I hope to be seeing you around elsewhere as well.